Hey guys, it's Bridget here from Bridget's Healthy Kitchen, wishing you a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I hope you're well and I hope you are safe. Thank you for joining me tonight in the kitchen. We are doing a very special avocado cooking class. Well, actually what we're going to be cooking requires no cooking, if that makes sense. It requires no heat. But we will be discussing all things avocado because it really is one of my absolute favorite ingredients. Now you can use it as a fruit, so something more sweet. You can use it as a savory item and turn it into salsas or sauces, which is what we're going to do tonight. But it just has the most incredible versatility. So I thought we'd spend, a couple of days having a bit of fun with avocados. As I was saying, tonight's class is a special, very very simple avocado style mayonnaise. And then also tomorrow I will be doing a stuffed avocado, so a taco or nacho style stuffed avocado. And then the following day we're going to do the most amazing chocolate and avocado cake. So lots of versatility. But we have to do it right because avocados are so incredibly good for us, and that's why we're doing this class. So thank you for joining me tonight. I'm glad you're here. We have a little bit to get through because I want to talk to you about this. So avocados, by the way, incredibly nutrient dense, hence why we love them, right? They're so incredibly nutrient dense. People like to throw around the word superfood. Not so keen on that. I just think it's super and it's a good food. You can call it a superfood if you want, but it really is incredibly nutrient dense. In fact, some people say it is the near perfect food. You could literally survive on avocados and water. You would be bored out of your mind, but you could survive on avocados and water. So what I have in front of me here is known as a Hass or Hass avocado, however you want to pronounce it, Hass, and is one of the more commonly harvested varieties, especially here in Australia. So in Australia you get this one here, which is kind of brown and kind of knobbly on the skin. It's got a bumpy skin. And the other one we commonly get here is known as shepherd, which is a light green and usually has a very smooth skin. So the difference between the two is that this particular one, the Hass avocado, is in season from about May to February, and the shepherd has a shorter season, and that is from February through to May. So as you can see, we kind of get avocados all year round, but it can get a little bit expensive at times, especially if harvest hasn't been so good. Australia normally harvests about, somewhere in the vicinity of about 70,000 tons of avocados get harvested per season. But, if the harvest hasn't been good or it's not been a great weather season, they can get a bit expensive. So at the moment, they're fairly well priced here in Australia. Good time to do an avocado class. If they're not that well priced where you are, this is some of the recipes that you just need to shelve. Like, take them and shelve them for later because they're definitely worth it. So we will be using the Hass avocado because obviously that's what's in season now here in Australia. Now the best way to tell if your avocado is ripe, because you're looking at it in the supermarket going, I don't really know what's going on, how can I tell whether it's ripe? So the first thing people normally do is they pick it up and they want to squeeze the fruit, and I'm guilty. I'm so guilty of doing it. Every time I do it, I catch myself like, stop that, that's naughty. Because you don't want to ruin it, because it can, if you apply too much pressure, especially if it's already ripe, if you apply too much pressure, you can start to brown that delicate flesh in there. And we all know how delicate avocados are. Because like one day they're perfect and the next day they're gone. The flesh is brown and it's nasty. So there's like this short window, and you applying too much pressure by squeezing it can shorten that ripening window even more and make it quite brown, and that's not very nice. So the best way to tell if your avocado is ripe, so you don't have to squeeze it or potentially ruin it for yourself or the next person who picks it up after you, is you see that little knobbly bit there at the base, or at the top, sorry, that's the base there. This is the part that obviously attaches to the tree. Now, if your avocado has that little knobbly bit still attached, all you need to do is to remove it and have a look at the color that's underneath there. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it's that color that's underneath this little tip here that's going to give you an indication of what the flesh is like inside. If you take it off and it's brown, your avocado is going to be brown. Guaranteed. If you take it off and it's a lovely green, your avocado is going to be lovely and green. I'm looking at this. I reckon it's not extremely green. it's probably going to be just ripe. So that's why I'm looking at that one. I'm going to test another one because I want it to be a little bit more riper for this particular recipe. All right, so this is another one, another Has avocado. Once again, we're going to take that little knobbly bit off. And I'm liking the color in there, if you can see it a little bit better. It's a little bit greener, so I'm going to be using this one today for our avocado mayonnaise. By the way, the recipe for this is in more from Bridget's Healthy Kitchen. It is on page 221. So it is in there. This is not one that I've just made up. This is one of my absolute favorite ways to make a mayonnaise, because I don't do a lot of mayonnaise style like additions, but when I do, I want to make sure it has got all the goodness of the avocado. So that's how you tell whether it is ripe without squeezing it. And how do you then, if you get one like my last one that's a little bit like just a little bit hard, how can you speed up the ripening process? Because it's that whole thing, like as I was saying, it's either ripe and perfect or completely unripe for days and days and days. So how can you get it to that point where you want to use it, where it's the perfect ripeness? Now the best way to do that is by grabbing yourself a banana, yes it is a banana, and putting these two together so they can be friends. What happens when the banana is placed with the avocado? Now this works with lots of different other fruits as well, not just avocado. The banana naturally produces this gas, and this gas is called ethylene. Now it's the ethylene that the banana naturally produces that helps to ripen fruit. So what you want to do if you want to ripen your avocado or ripen whatever that you want, maybe it's a tomato or something like that, take yourself up, you just need one banana, obviously in your avocado, and then you want to place this into a paper bag. Really important that it goes into a paper bag because you want it to breathe, but you also want to trap all the gases inside. So a paper bag, not a plastic bag, and leave that in there 12 hours, maybe check it after 12 hours and have a bit of a feel and see what's going on. Depending on how unripe your avocado is will determine how long you need to keep it in there. But I have found a pretty hard avocado ripened up really nicely with one banana in a paper bag, and it took just under 24 hours. So it does speed up the process significantly. So that is the best way to do it. In fact, it's the best way to speed up most ripening of fruit is your old friend Mr. Banana, who then releases all this wonderful ethylene gas. But as long as you've got it in that paper bag, remember a paper bag, it's going to trap all the gas inside there, and then that gas is going to help the fruit to naturally ripen, which is a very, very cool little trick. And does it work? Yes, it does. All right, so those are some buying, storage, and storage tips for you. Once your avocado has been cut and you've got half left or a quarter left, what is the best way to prevent it from going brown? You can either rub it with a little bit of a cut piece of lime or a piece of lemon, like rub the exposed flesh. What I like to do is I like to rub the exposed flesh with a bit of lime or lemon juice, and then I actually place the other half of the empty shell back on top as well, which is another nice idea. The other thing that you can do, which is even better than the lime or the lemon trick, is just to rub the surface, the exposed surface, with a little bit of olive oil or avocado oil. That'll create a wonderful barrier to help to prevent the rest of that avocado from going brown. So that's how the best way to store it. Pop it in the fridge once you've done that. You don't have to put it in cling film. Just literally use the shell, the old shell, the empty shell, to make a complete avocado again. You don't have to worry about cling film or anything crazy like that, and that's the best way to do it. Either your lemon juice, lime juice, or olive or avocado oil. All right, let's get into the recipe. It is an easy one, like really easy. It's so easy, I'm going to be working straight into here today. So straight into my little food processor. That's pretty much the only bit of equipment that you need for this avocado mayonnaise. I call it a MAVO because why wouldn't you? And it's so cool. Someone's just asked, Caroline's asked, can you use avocado oil spray? Oh yeah, Caroline, you can. In fact, I have a little sprayer that I put avocado oil into and use, like make my own, so it doesn't have any of the, I don't even know what they put into spray bottles. But it's just a manual spray. It works really well. Avocado oil spray is fantastic as well. So here we go. We're going to be making my avocado mayonnaise. Okay, which one was I going to use? Oh, there it is. That's that one. Okay, so as I say, really simple to do, but incredibly delicious. This particular mayonnaise, by the way, has no added oil, because you would normally expect the mayonnaise. Let's have a look. Are you ready? The moment of truth. Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting when I picked off the little end there. It's not like overly green, but it's just ripe enough, which is what we want. So yeah, there's no oil. There's no added oil in this recipe because, as you guys know, avocado is a healthy fat. It is high in naturally occurring fats or oils known as monounsaturated fats, and that is one of the best fats for your heart health. It is also absolutely incredible for your brain health as well. It can help to assist in lowering cholesterol, which is very cool. So that's your bad cholesterol, the one that you do want to lower, because you know you've got good and bad cholesterol levels. So avocado consumption will help and assist with lowering your cholesterol. And really cool, it also is good for reducing inflammation. So I've just put a whole avocado into there. Going to get rid of the... That's a huge big pip too, by the way. I know some people like to grow avocados from the pip. I'm not that green thumbed. Mine's going in the bin. For all you green thumbed individuals, don't throw away your pip because you can grow more avocados. And I'm just like, yeah, nah. See, I've got pink thumbs, not my green ones. All right, so I'm struggling to keep my herbs good. So I'm not sure if I can get an avocado, keep that going as well. But I've got one day. All right, one avocado goes in there. The next thing we want to think about is obviously adding a little bit of acid. Acid's going to help to balance out the creaminess from the avocado. But also, of course, as we spoke before, it's going to stop it from oxidizing or going brown. So I am using a lime. You could use a lemon, but would you believe when I was at the market yesterday or the day before, couldn't find any lemons. I had to buy limes. They were on special, and I was like, oh, limes are great because, hey, limes and avocado, that's a flavor combination. Isn't it? A wonderful flavor combination. So I wasn't too disappointed. I mean, limes are fantastic if you can get them, but lemons are just as fantastic. So we're going to be adding the juice of one, this is quite sort of, I suppose, a small-ish sized lime. But what you want to do is, because you might have a really juicy lemon. So what I would do is I would probably, if you're using a larger lime or a larger lemon, is I would juice half of it, I would blend it, then I would taste it and decide whether I want to add any more juice or not. So that's the best way, but my lime was quite small, so I've added the whole thing all in at the same time. And just in case I need a little bit more, just to balance out the flavor, I have a little bit more. So I'll add that in if I need to. So after that, we're going to just blend everything at the same time. I'm also going to be putting into here 100 mils of just cold water, which is about 3.5 fluid ounces of cold water. This is what we're adding instead of oil. Weird, huh? But it works. It absolutely works. All right, 100 mils of just normal cold water. We're going to bring it all together with just one egg, and I'm only using the the yolk. I'm only using the yolk. It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long couple of days, actually. So I'm just going to separate the egg because I just want the yolk, and I'm not going to throw that away. I'm going to keep that white for something else. So the yolk goes in there. Do whatever you want to do with the oak, but you know, we only need the yolk in this one. And let's add a bit of flavor. And the way of that I'm going to be flavoring my MAVO today is I have in my little bowl some ready roasted garlic. The recipe for roast garlic is obviously easy recipe in more from Bridget's Healthy Kitchen. There is a easy peasy, like such a simple recipe for roasting garlic. And it was funny today, somebody said to me, somebody asked a question about garlic. They said, you know, and this is like the third person in a couple of days to talk to me about my garlic usage, because I'm a little bit heavy-handed when it comes to garlic. I love what it does for our bodies, right? So their question, well, their thought was, how do you get rid of all that potential garlicky breath smell? Because it can, obviously, as we know, make your breath stink. One of the ways that you can help to lessen the effects of eating a lot of garlic, because it is so good for us, is you actually use roasted garlic instead of raw. So this is having roasted garlic, because not only do I love the sweetness from roasted garlic, but I'm going to add 4 cloves instead of 3 because it's not going to make us stinky, which is very exciting. So that goes in there. Let's finish it off with a sprinkle of mineral salt, a sprinkle of freshly ground black pepper goes in there. You could also, if you want to, just put a little bit of chili in there, but I quite like it just to be kind of mayonnaise-y in flavor and texture. So I'm happy without the chili. The pepper does enough for me in there. Give it a bit of a blend. And you can kind of see it's not vibrant green because our avocado wasn't vibrant green. If your avocados are super green, this is going to blow your mind. It's going to look like the Incredible Hulk. When you're blending it, it's going to be really good. All right. It's not bad. It's not bad. You see, it's got a nice green on it, but I do love that vibrant green. And what you can see, I'm just going to show you that I've got a lovely little sauce going on there. I'm going to just give it one last little burst because I want it to be nice and smooth. Oh, yes! Even just, look at it now. Smooth. Oh, beauty. Beauty. If your avocado is a little bit firmer like mine was, it wasn't like super soft, you may have to just keep on blending until you get that wonderful smooth consistency like I've got there. Just keep on going. It will happen. It will get creamy. But let's not forget, very important step now is the taste test. So throw your old spoon in there. Have a bit of a taste. Have a bit of a step back. Have a think about it. Let your taste buds tell you. Potentially could do with some more citrus. So a bit more lime, which I'm going to do right now. I also think it could potentially do with a little bit more seasoning as well. Just, you want it to really, you don't want it to bite you with acid, but you want it to be balanced with acid. And this is the sort of sauce that you could drizzle it through a salad. It would be phenomenal. And I don't even care what the salad is. Doesn't matter. This is going to improve whatever the salad is, going to make it amazing. You could stick this through a healthy green burger, which would be really cool. So, I've got one of those. I think I've got it in here actually. Let me just see if I can find it very quickly. I have lots of delicious things one thing that this would go really well with, and doesn't matter what's in it, is of course your gut healing bowls would be so good. Any of these would be amazing with that sauce. But I tell you what I have used this sauce for, and it was pretty good, was that would be good, the spiced beef tacos. Oh yeah, that would be nice. That would be really nice. But see, you can even see it in the picture. That is my turkey and avocado muffin, made with a cauliflower muffin, and I put like thinly sliced roasted turkey meat. There is some spinach, you could put tomatoes, whatever you want, but I also put in this mayonnaise into it, and it is absolutely wonderful. So there's lots of ways that you can use it. You could also think of maybe dipping raw vegetables like crudités. You could use it like a dip for crackers. It's super versatile, and it will last, if you store it in the fridge, it will last in your fridge for sort of 2 to 3 days. So it's got a fairly decent amount of storage capability, but obviously that is because we've added that bit of citrus, which is going to stop it from oxidizing. So one more taste. I forgot seasoning. It's better already. Just that little bit of lime. Caught me in the back of the throat there. So, that's quite tasty. Last little blend. I'll bring it up so you guys. Oh, no, it won't let me. You trust me. I'm blending. Look. Blending. One last little taste. Oh yeah, that's good. That is good. It's not a drink. I have to remind myself. You're not supposed to drink that, even though you'd want to, right? Because if you think about it, one of the things I love about avocados is that monounsaturated fat that we're talking about. So really good for the brain, really good for the heart, really good for lowering your bad cholesterols and reducing inflammation. But this is also low carb as well. Now there are 9 carbs in about 100 grams, which is about 3.5 ounces of avocado flesh. 9 carbs, which for some people who are on a low carb diet is quite high. But 7 of those carbs is actually fiber. So not only is this a low carb food for people who are on low carb diets, but it's also high in fiber. So it has this sort of double whammy effect that is pretty cool. I mean, 100 grams of avocado is roughly about 160 calories. I mean, not that we count calories, but just to give you an idea. But that fat is good fat. And that's what we have to remember, is that you'll be putting into your body a fat that is actually there to feed your brain. It is actually there to help your heart, to reduce inflammation, to lower cholesterol. So this is a type of food that is not just, one of those so-called healthy foods. This is proven science that this is so incredibly good for you. I mean, it tastes really good too, which always helps. Helps to make us feel fuller longer because we feel satiated, really high in vitamins. You can't really lose with the old avocado, can you? It's pretty delicious. And now you have the ability to go and make mayonnaise without oil. 1 egg yolk, that's all you need. Some water, bit of citrus, lime or lemon, bit of seasoning, and you're pretty much, garlic of course, that garlic. That's what I got right at the end, is that little bit of roast garlic, that sweetness, that balanced everything out so incredibly well. So I am saving this for gut healing bowls that we have coming up for lunch over the next couple of days. A little treat for Mahini as well. So I'd like to thank you all for joining me tonight. We have another cooking class tomorrow, lunchtime tomorrow in the kitchen. We're going to be doing a nacho-inspired stuffed avocado. So all the flavors of nachos without the corn chips in our avocado. It's going to be amazing. We're going to do a gorgeous little salsa, perfect lunch at lunchtime when we do our cooking class. And of course, do not forget that on Saturday we're going to be making a chocolate and avocado cake. Can't wait to share that recipe with you guys. I look forward to seeing you again right back here in Bridget's Healthy Kitchen. Enjoy tonight and be safe wherever you are in the world. Be well, look after yourself and look after each other. All right, guys, take care. Bye.